Hey guys, what's up? Lone Berserker here, and I am going to be attempting another commentary video with this terrible voice. So, this is going to be a Lusitani versus Nervii Sol Invictus battle. So, I am fighting Sol Invictus again, and for the first time in God only knows when, I'm playing as the Lusitani. So, this was going to be interesting in my mind. So I've got 4 Scrutari Spearmen, 2 Cantabrian Cavalry, 3 Balearics, 1 regular Iberian Slinger, I think 4 Veteran Shield Warriors. 1, 2, 3, 4, yes. 2 Iberian Swords, 3 Scrutarii Cavalry, and a Lusitani Noble. Sol Invictus has 3 Germanic Scout Riders, I think 3 Levy Freemen, 5 Fierce Swords, 3 Celtic Slingers, 2 Mighty Horse, 2 Noble Horse, and 1 Oathsworn. Now, what definitely caught me off guard about his army is that I knew he was going to have better cavalry than me. I get a nice volley on him there, but it doesn't kill any. I knew that he was going to have better cavalry than me, but I was not expecting him to only bring 1 Oathsworn. I thought he was going to have like 3, as a lot of Nervii players do bring, go extra heavy on their infantry. So I'm just doing basic skirmishing with my Cantabrian Cav. They're not as useful as the Scout Riders, as they are considerably weaker, but they can still get a lot of kills with their javelins and run down skirmishers. So basically I'm just going to try and get as many kills on his guys here. I actually miss a volley there, but I make him waste 1. Well, maybe not. It wasn't that wasted. He actually killed 5 horses. 6. I was trying to make him waste a volley, but as you can see it didn't go too well. So, like I said, we're just doing basic skirmishing here. Now he wants me, at least I'm guessing in his mind, he wants to draw me out of these woods. I didn't want to really leave him, but there wasn't a whole lot I can do about it because he's got such an advantage on me. He actually, surprisingly, I killed like 7 there actually. When we were playing live, I didn't realize that javelin volley even killed any. But yeah, so I lost 7 there. So I am losing this. I'm basically accepting that I'm going to lose it since, again, Scout Riders are better and he also has more of them than I. But actually here, he put 1 over there, which I'm quite surprised about. I don't understand why he did that. I would have just tried to overpower the 2 Cantabrian Cav, which he does right here. And he's going to take the strategical route and charge them just to get him out of the way, and he will easily beat these Cantabrian Cavs. So this is basically where the fighting is going to start. It's going to be on this side of the battlefield. Basically, because of my movement of the Scrutari Spearmen, I opened up the battle here. So I'm going to be trying to get a javelin on these Scout Riders here, but I think I get a pretty good volley. I use cavalry counter tactics. He gets a poor charge on me here, so I was pretty confident that I could stay in that fight for a long time, but he's going to run away strategically very quickly, but it's going to take a lot of casualties. I'm going to mess up my charge here. I should have just went with it. I don't know why I do that sometimes. It's very stupid of me. I am going to rush in my Veteran Shield Warrior, which was a mistake. I should have brought in the Iberian Sword first. Now I'm kind of just piling units here just to tip the balance in my favor, which it already was, and I could have already came out on top of that. He's going to lose a Scout Rider here, but he's also going to kill both my Cantabrian Cavalry. And I am trying to pull out my Veteran Shield Warrior once I realize this. I'm also trying to run my Slinger away. I'm going to charge that Fierce Sword right there, and I am targeting his infantry with my skirmishers. This was a terrible charge because it didn't stop his charge in any way. So he basically got a free charge on me there, and now his Noble Cav, which is easily the best unit on this field right now, is coming over. At the same time, I'm going to mess up a charge over here, and he's going to get a Javelin Volley on me with his Levy Freemen. I was trying to countercharge his Fierce Sword, but, you know, I wasn't paying attention too much. So that, I did get a somewhat good charge on him, but he's also going to charge with his Mighty Horse, so that cavalry unit's basically dead at that point. He is also focus firing my general, which is a smart move since Lusitani infantry die pretty easily. I'm gonna... My god, that was the worst voice crack I've had in a while. I'm gonna try and triple team his general here and kill him quickly, because I thought that, you know, in my mind, getting him off the field would be smart, so I put a Veteran Shield Warrior in there and 2 Scrutari Cav to help out. I am moving this Lusitani Spearman over, or Scrutari Spearman, and he's going to get charged by this Noble Horse, so I think I pop cavalry counter tactics, but I don't actually remember. But anyway, he's gonna get charged there, so we'll speed it back up. I am getting infantry over here to help my cavalry unit as soon as possible, but it's basically dead at this point. I am also running over Scutari Spearmen to try and take down that cavalry, and he is taking a lot of casualties, and because I got a pretty good charge with that veteran shield warrior, I'm gonna do pretty well in that fight. And here comes my Scutari Spearmen. Now I am trying to shoot his noble horse with my skirmishers. Now he's got that Oathsworn in that fight, and the only thing I got in there is a veteran shield warrior, which isn't really up to the task. By the way, my general is down to 100 now. He's taking a lot of casualties. I couldn't get him out of range. His general, however, is dead, or does die in a second here, so that was a huge win for me, and a big boost to my morale. So, I'm throwing in another Scutari Spearman. You can see I am seriously lacking in my infantry department in terms of infantry that can actually hold here at melee. I lose the Siberian Sword because it gets charged by a mighty horse, and I wasn't paying attention. I literally never am, but now he's going to have an opening here to charge me with his noble horse, and he does take it, but I am able to actually get some pretty good javelin volleys on it, and you can see his general is now dead. And none of his units are disciplined, so keep that in mind, and a lot of them are dropping in terms of morale. So I am going to get some good javelin volleys on that, and you can see he's already down to 45. And I am going to try and basically dogpile him and kill him as quickly as possible. He freaking loses half that cav unit, so that was a big win for me there. And he didn't kill a whole lot of slingers either, so that was definitely worth it for me. I still have one Scutari cavalry left that's doing some work, and then I'm going to charge this veteran shield warrior into the rear of his fierce swords to just break them and clear up that fight and give me the initiative. So at this point I was feeling pretty good, and I felt like I could turn this around somehow, despite a pretty crappy opening. And I still had my general, which, although he was hurt, he was still alive. And now I'm actually going to send him in here, which might be a mistake, but I'm going to do it anyway. And I'm going to charge this fierce sword. This was a huge mistake. Now, take note at what I'm doing here. I thought at this point his skirmishers were basically either almost out of ammo or completely useless at this point. That is a complete lie. What I should have done is taken my Scutari Cav and ran him through this gap and ran down those skirmishers, because later they're going to be very deadly to my army here. Now I am going to get a good charge to my general, and that fierce sword will basically be out of this fight completely, and my last Scutari Cav goes down there, so I am completely cavless now, and I expected that to happen. I also get a javelin volley on these slingers, and they do end up breaking, so that is one slinger unit down. You can see it takes a lot of casualties, jeez. So that Scout Rider, I think, is going to die in a second from charging into that, or at least take a lot of casualties. My general's down to 80, but he's got, what is it? He's got Battle Rhythm and Headhunt, so he's going to get a lot of kills in this fight here. And Lusitani Nobles are a freaking good unit, so he's going to get a ton of kills. Although he is fighting an Oathsworn, I'm actually pretty confident that he can win that fight in this scenario, and I am going to use Second Wind so he's not exhausted anymore, because Battle Rhythm and Headhunt just ran out, so he's very tired. I'll Second Wind him and he'll be fine, and he'll be able to have an advantage in that fight. However, you can see the constant firing from his slingers is starting to do a lot of casualties on my general there. And now I'm at the mercy of his cavalry, basically, and I'm desperately trying to keep my units alive, although I do take out that last noble horse. My general dies, by the way, so my general unit eventually breaks here in a second. I did lose my general, which sucked, and he didn't really get any time on the battlefield. He actually did pretty poorly, considering his unit is as strong as it is, but again, those slingers really did a good job. Actually, they each earned a chevron, so they got a lot of kills, and they are still getting kills on my veteran shield warriors, so this really sucked, because I was coming into this with the thinking that my skirmishers were going to have the advantage the entire time, and sadly they didn't, and my Lusitani noble is basically dead at this point. I'm still struggling to take out a freaking Germanic Scout Rider, which is quite embarrassing, so, and I am going to get shot even more here. This sucked so much, gosh. Lusitani just gets torn up by missiles, honestly. Same with Aravaki. They both just get absolutely eaten alive. And at this point also, I'm out of javelins, so basically I can't really kill his cavalry confidently. Although, at this point, I think I do a lot of damage to them. And you can see he's trying to just kill all my slingers in one big attack here, but it's not going to work. I was fairly confident that the Balearics were tough enough to stand in melee for a second and bear the attacks of these Germanic Scout Riders. And thankfully, I was right to an extent, because I think that unit lives. No, it friggin' breaks, so I was wrong completely. Although this one does live, so that was nice. He's only got 11 of them left, and at this point, I wasn't too afraid of them. And he's going to do one last charge here, and I don't think they do enough damage to be game-changing, but they do still kill a few extra. And that Scout Rider also did a brilliant job during this fight. So yeah, you can see he does kill a few extra Balearic Slingers, but it's not much of a big deal at this point. So what do I have left? I've got 2 Veteran Shield Warriors, a Scrutari Spearman, and a Balearic Slinger unit. He has an Oathsworn, a Fierce Sword, and 2 Celtic Slingers. So I kind of have an advantage to an extent here. Those friggin' Celtic Slingers, man. I don't know how they didn't run out of ammo. I was so frustrated by this point. They just continuously shot my infantry the entire game, I felt like. So I'm going to put my Balearic at the front here and get him on quick firing, and I'm going to target that Oathsworn. Now at this point, I am just going to go forward and basically YOLO it into this fight here. I do catch his Fierce Sword, which I was pretty confident actually in my Scrutari Spear winning that. Yeah, I know it sounds stupid, but I was, you know, considering, well, more so the numbers than anything, but it doesn't work, and his Fierce Sword absolutely kicks his butt. I am going to rear charge him though with this Veteran Shield Warrior, and I'm going to sacrifice this one. But when I do that, he starts shooting the back of my Veteran Shield Warrior, and at this point, it's just taking so many casualties that it can't even withstand it anymore. Like, fighting against the unit it's winning against, it's wavering. His Celtic Slingers did such a freaking good job during this battle. So I'm going to run everything in at this point towards that Oathsworn. You can see though, I'm not going to get that good of a charge. It was an okay one. I guess it was enough in this fight. Now he does have Headhunt, which is going to give him a huge bonus in this situation. He's going to lose that last Celtic Slinger, and at this point my Balearic will run out of ammo, and I'm going to send him into the fight to help out. And it is really flipping close. I am getting a ton of kills because of my Balearic. I'm actually going to run away and let my Slinger do as much possible damage as he can. And you can see, they're going to take a lot of casualties here. They're at 33. So, and I think at that point my Balearic runs out of ammo, but you can see he did get a lot of good kills on him. So he's down to, holy crap, he's down to 23. So at this point I was like, alright, I got this. This is basically over, right? No. His Oathsworn, 20 Oathsworn, just freaking sit here and tank it out with my Veteran Shield Warrior, who is trying desperately to win this fight. I throw my Balearic, and this one was down to the wire, man. And you can see I'm going to hit red morale, and that is basically going to be the end for my Lusitani army here. So yeah, that's basically the end of that. Balearic will eventually rout after trying desperately to kill a single Oathsworn, which it can't even do, because it's still at 19, so... if I had made a few less mistakes, I think I could have won that, but... man, it was close. I really should have tried to get my general out of the frickin' firing range there. That was stupid of me to keep him there. I don't know. I was trying to basically keep him in line with the infantry, but also out of the range of his slingers, but that just was not happening. So my general did okay. He did get a chevron and 100 kills. My Cantabrian Cavalry, actually one got 51 kills, so that's not bad. The Scrutarii Cavalry I knew were basically just sacrificial units, so I'm not at all surprised that they got the kills that they got. Balearic Slingers, absolutely terrible for performance, except for this one. But I thought the other ones were going to be enough to shut down his 3 Celtic Slingers. I don't know what the heck happened, but they just did not get any kills. One Iberian Sword did get pretty good kills there, and my Scrutari Spearmen actually did pretty good there, 83 and 87, 77. They did a good job. They're a pretty good, stable meat shield unit, actually. Then the Veteran Shield Warrior is easily the MVP of the army here. All 3 of them getting good kills. The other one, though, I'm gonna go ahead and say he got shot or charged by a cavalry unit, so he did not do the greatest. And then the Noble Horse actually didn't do the greatest there. The general didn't get that many kills, but I guess this one did get 96. The Mercenary Scout Rider is doing excellent, getting 140 kills there and 77 there. And then the Mighty Horse, not the greatest either. I guess 84 isn't that bad, but I don't think he was able to get the fights that he wanted with those guys. The Celtic Slinger is getting 90 and 133 kills. These flippin' dirty son of a guns. No one pays attention to them, but they've the rocks hurt when they hit. And then all around the Fierce Swords, well actually 2 of them did absolutely amazing. The other 3 kind of got wrecked. So I guess in terms of the infantry department, I actually did pretty well, which I guess Lusitani does have some really tough infantry, although their armor is quite low. And then this Oathsworn doing an amazing job. Honestly, I'm still surprised he didn't bring like 3 of them. I think he would have had a better chance in the melee fight, but I guess when you're fighting Lusitani, the best bet is to bring extra cavalry because of their armor, and mass is very low. Well, actually, their mass is pretty high. I think these are considered heavy melee infantry, right? Let me see. Yeah, they're heavy, and are these guys very heavy? Oh, they are. So, yeah, I guess their mass isn't that bad. Their armor just freaking sucks, though. 45, 30, 15. Yeah, so they're not that good in terms of armor rating. So, Nervii definitely stands out in that area. So, I was, again, surprised that he didn't bring the Oathsworn, but I guess the cavalry does make a lot more sense in terms of fighting Lusitani. So that is going to be all for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and hopefully by the next time I record, my voice will be a lot more understandable. See you guys.